Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. Joined for the final time in the 2018 season by the head coach of the Hofstra baseball team, John Russo. Coach, welcome.
Len, thanks for having me.
Coach, disappointing end to the season this past week in Harrisonburg, Virginia, at the CAA Championship. Go 0-2 at the tournament, a tough loss to Charleston, 10-3, and then an even tougher 3-1 loss to Delaware in an elimination game. Finished the season 23-23. Just let's look back at these two games. What were your overall assessment of the team in Harrisonburg?
I'm not disappointed at all, to be honest. I couldn't have been more happy. I thought we played well. We just got beat, and I think the fact of just getting beat and not doing something to hurt ourselves makes it a little bit easier to deal with. I know our goal as a team and as a staff, and I think everybody's, was to win the tournament. And so, we tried to do that. And then first game, we got off to a good start. I mean, Michael James, I thought, pitched well the first two innings, and then Teddy had really good stuff. And then we scored two to tie it up with Costello's big double. And, I thought Teddy Silas had great stuff. I mean, 91, 93, I think, was what the scouts were telling me afterwards. And the kid just hit a two-run homer off of him, and things went downhill a little bit from there, but I was really happy with how Teddy threw, and then we got some experience from other guys. The big thing I noticed in that first game more than anything else was just the experience of Charleston. You could feel it with their hitters, their players, just that they had been there before. That was a junior-laden team that's been in the tournament 3 years in a row, and then basically ran into a little bit the same thing in Delaware in the evening. They had there. I think one of the misnomers about the two games that I want to at least put to rest in my eyes is, the offense couldn't get going. Listen, bottom line is this: we faced Evan Sisk in game one, and he's in the top 20 finalists for pitcher of the year, and so he's pretty good. And then in the second game, we faced freshman of the year, Billy Sullivan, and struck out 16 at one point during Wilmington during the year, and was freshman of the year in the CAA when it's a really good CAA. And then their closer, who had like a 1.5 ERA. So to be truthful, there's just not much hitting to be done in those games. And I think Charleston just got going with that rally and the 7 runs in 1 inning, and that's how it works in tournament play. Is big 2-out hits, and that whole rally was 2-out hits. And but couldn't be more happy with the club. Really thought that they were representative of Hofstra University and baseball as well as we could have. And like I said, I'm good with it.
All right. Looking at some off the field stuff. CAA awards came out last week. We haven't had a chance to talk about that, with three players: John Rooney, Vito Fresia, and Teddy Silas honored as first team selections. Plus, John was the CAA pitcher of the year. Just looking back on the seasons that those three had, obviously the awards are well deserved. Your thoughts on those three this year?
Well, sorry, I thought Vito had 3 hits in the tournament and had a big home run in the second game, and I thought everybody knows he's our best hitter, and I think he went into a tournament and proved he was our best hitter, and he had a great year. And I can't be prouder of how Vito represents the baseball program at Hofstra University. I mean, you're talking about a kid that just loves this place, and he's loved it since he was in high school. And I know he was proud to be in the tournament and really happy, and he did all he could for us this year. And 350 batting average overall, 353 in lettuce, and just his growth in his 3 years as a person and a player has been something awesome to watch. And he'll get to go this summer and spend his summer in the Cape this summer, and I think we'll see a big jump there. And then Teddy Silas, I've spoken 100 times on how much Teddy has helped us in his career and his life with being going both ways, and how hard he's had to work on and off the field to be able to do something like that. And I was really more impressed with the coaches of the CAA recognizing how much Teddy does for us also, because I don't know if you went stats alone, Teddy's stats were the best to be the first team all utility, but he definitely fit that profile of utility guy at pitching and hitting to the tee, and he was the best in that aspect. And I'm definitely going to miss having Teddy. We can count on him in the field and on the mound. I mean, we're losing a lot there. And then John Rooney put together an incredible year, and he won us 6 games in conference out of his 9 starts. He was winning another start and gets named Conference Pitcher of the Year when 5 pitchers in the CAA are in the top 20 finalists for Pitcher of the Year, and John Rudy's in first of that. And I think better than John Rooney as a pitcher is everybody who comes away from meeting him or hear him talk of how great of a kid he is. And if you can't root for John Rooney, you won't root for anybody in life, because John Rooney is what it's about. I mean, he just does everything right on and off the field. He can't be a better kid. He can't be a better teammate. And more than watching him pitch, I'm just going to miss being around him daily, in that atmosphere.
Another honor that came out last week for John was he was named to the semifinals for the Golden Spikes Award, which is given to the top amateur player in the country, one of 25 semifinalists, I should say, which has a fan vote component, so you can vote at goldenspikesaward.com and select John Rooney. You can vote 25 times per day. So let's talk about that. It's only the second player in Hofstra history to be on that semifinal list. Danny Poma, of course, in 2012. So more well-deserved. I'm sure in the coming weeks we'll see some more honors coming in for John and hopefully for some other of the Hofstra players. Looking ahead, busy summer ahead for the Pride. I know you got some, like you said, Vito going to the Cape. But how's the summer placement coming for the players this year?
Summer placement's always a big part. It's a growing process. It's probably the most difficult part of my job, to be honest. These summer places kind of treat it like fantasy baseball, and they think that they can look at stats and know exactly what a player's about. And I think our players are more of players you need to be around every day and see how much passion they have for the game and how much they love to play baseball, and especially about playing to win and toughness. And I want to just get a second to talk about Rooney for Golden Spikes. I mean, top 25 players in the country, and one's here at Hofstra. I can't think is a cooler thing, and just tell you what kind of year John had. And then I want to talk a little bit this group. One of the things I talk about with the summer ball coaches is we've got tough kids, and we won 14 out of our 23 games on the road. We were the only team in the CAA with a winning record on the road above 500. And think about how tough you have to be to win on the road. And any summer ball coaches that are watching this talk, understand what you're getting with the Hofstra player. You're getting a tough kid that's going to play to win. And I think that was the common thing on this team, was we just had really good kids that we've always had good kids here at Hofstra, but that we're able to mesh as one and to do it, because I don't know if we were the most talented team in the CAA, but we were really tough to beat for 9 innings and on any given day, and I'm really proud of what this club was able to put together. Super happy with our senior class. I know I've talked about them a few times. Really hope that the kids that are going out this summer and coming back next year can take what they've learned and put it and move it forward.
Coach, I'll give you one last wrap up. Anything you want to say to wrap up the 2018 season?
I want to really thank everybody for the year. We had great parents, we had great fans, we have great alumni. Everybody been reaching out to me during the past week, and giving us congratulations on the year, but more importantly, rooting for us in the tournament. And I've been here 10 years now, and trying to build something, and it's when we get to this time and we do winning, and I can feel it from everybody and people coming out of from everywhere supporting the program. And I just want to let everybody know the kids can feel that, I can feel that, and we're more than very appreciative of the great fans of Hofstra that we have. And thanks to the coaches too, our coaches and administration, and just in the day back of how many people were telling us they were watching the game and rooting for us. And we just have really good people here, and I know that the kids and me are super thankful for everybody and all the support you gave us this year. And it was a really great season for us. We enjoyed it, but more importantly, we love sharing it with everybody else.
All right, Coach, thank you for your time all this season on all these WB Mason Coach Reports. It's been great, and we will see you next year. You've been watching the WB Mason Coach Report on GoHofstra.com.